Of course, this is Kim Lepak. As you can see, we're live at the 18th green for the 10th annual coverage of Pro-Am 86. And with me today is Jack Halverson, the head pro here at Rockford Country Club. Hi, Jack.
Hi, Kim.
Well, as we look at welcome back to our live coverage on WTVO of Pro-Am 86. Of course, the entertainment from last night was John Denver. We've got some tape from John earlier today on the 10th tee teeing off. He's in his Reebok sneakers today, in his orange ball, and now you know why he's a singer and doesn't make his money out on the golf course. He hit that one up into a tree, and I think it stuck up there a little bit, Jack. But he's a fine gentleman, and here's some of the interview I had with him earlier.
Yeah. Children are what makes the world go round, I think. I remember when when Annie and I first had our children, it's like everything was enhanced. Everything was new again. And I know that people all over the world feel the same way about their children. When you have a situation, opportunity like is presented here through the good work this hospital is doing, let's support that. Let's make it even better and take care of these little ones.
Excellent show for us last night.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. I enjoyed myself, too.
How about your first impressions of our community of Rockford here?
Well, I've been here before, about 5 or 6 years ago, I guess, and I like it here. This is my kind of town. Little, you know, not such a big town, pretty close to the country. Really nice people, small town living. I like that.
How's your golf game?
I'll tell you after the round.
Okay. John Denver, it's a pleasure to talk with you. It's great having you here this year. Enjoy your day today, and best of luck to whatever you do.
Thanks very much. Thank you.
Thank you, John.
You bet.
And that was John Denver. We've got some more interviews, of course, coming up with you today. And also we'll have some highlights from the long drive contest. So that's
short, high tops, and a police escort had more of a following. He golfed well, but the people who saw him last night will agree he chose the correct career. Another celebrity, former Oakland Raiders.
Successful 1986 Rockford Pro-Am played today at the Rockford Country Club. Well over 10,000 fans in attendance, and many of them there to see the star attraction, Arnold Palmer. Yes, Arnie's Army was out in full force. A lot of folks, they also followed singer John Denver around the course. The celebrity performed at a concert last night, today trying his stuff on the course. Some 30 pros in all here today for the
Our next player comes from Aspen, Colorado. He's a fabulous entertainer and singer. The other night he had a little ditty that really can strike a chord in anybody. How about a little 16 tongues your way? John Denver!
Somebody snap your fingers. When you see me tee up, you better step aside. A lot of men die. To the left, shank it to the right. I'll be searching for my ball until the dark of the night. Play 18 holes. What do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. Pain, and who don't you call me? I can't go. I owe my soul to the country club. There's more to that song. You'll have to catch me down the fairway.
Okay.
Holy moly. Stay out.
It went over that way.
John Denver's professional partner comes from Vancouver, British Columbia. Let's meet Richard Zoko.
About the driver, John.
Shot out of the gun.
Golly, man.
All right. Hit it!
I'll have you back up just a little bit, please.
Fuzzy.
Good job.
Where'd it go?
What traffic is the
Don't take that personally. That outfit was beginning to scare us.
No problem. Mark.
Over here.
Yeah.
What a bounce! What a bounce! Jeez, you get lucky. Did he ever get lucky? Yeah, here we cut it out.
They got that tucked in one jewel of the spot.
Mark, turn around. Thank you. Please.
No, he's out.
Oh, that.
There's trees in the Rocky Mountains, isn't there?
Not this many.
John, let me know what I'm going to do to people up here, okay?
Okay, I'm gonna. Can't move anything.
Oh, good out, John.
We'll hit a house. Yeah. Had good enough line. Mm-hmm.
Get in the hole. Oh. Those are good fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Rocky Mountain High.
Okay, I need everybody to snap your fingers. 1, 2. When you see me tee up, you better step aside. A lot of men didn't, a lot of men died. I hook it to the left, I shank it to the right. I'll be searching for my ball till the dead of the night. What do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Andrew, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the country club pro. Thank you, my man.
John Denver. That was a 6 for John.
Maybe best guess, 5th shot. And now, JD back in the fairway, lurking, aiming way over here to the right. Always got to come over the top of this. That means he's going to route the club outside. See how he's got to look back across his body to find the pin? Oh, John, always working on getting your alignment better, and it's just awful. Watch him stake this. He said he hit it fat with a wood, and yes, he did. Put a little galvanized steel right on that one, and came up 60.
You really hammer him.
And now, oh, John, what was that? What was that? Well, looked like he hit it with a Ginsu knife. What's he putting with? What is that thing? He had to get that free. That's got to be on a bet. He's using this putter. Looks like one of Ben Wright's old clubs, doesn't it? What is that
Maybe
thing?
even older.
Old cleek? What is that thing? John, sit down. Sit down. Take some time off. Yeah, think about it. There we go. Mingle with the people. Give them a putter. Just give somebody that putter. Look at, oh, very nice wood, she says. Very nice wood. How long have you been putting with that?
We've got John Denver on the tee. 165. Yards, and that's a 5-iron for John. Looking anxiously right. There it is. Cut portion just. Call in Peter Costas in the telestrator.
All right, now look at his posture, Ben. See, he's kind of tucked under there. What you want to have is a little bit straighter back. You'd like to have it more straight down, because that'll help you turn better. As he takes it back, because of the bad posture, he slides to his right and he dips down. Now he's in trouble. Now he's got to try and recover, use his hand-eye coordination, and from there, it's a matter of timing.
To 16.
Let's go forward to 17.
And John Denver's a little pitch and run. Not bad. Leaving him about 7 or 8 feet. And he gets a stroke here, so he could make 3-net 2.
Let's go forward to 17.
And with that weird weapon, John Denver fails to make his 3 for a 2. So the team will rely on Brad Bryant, who was bunkered to the right. And then 9 under par at the moment.
Acknowledgements everywhere. Let's go back to 18.
And John Denver holes out at 18. A bogey for Denver. Now Willie Wood.
At this 170-yard hole, nifty footwork, and a wonderful shot. A little members bounce off the front bank. Very nice work. He has improved his partner Fulton Allen by 17 shots. John Denver with a 5-iron. Going way left. And down to my colleague, Gary McCall.
Thank you, Bentley. I have a couple of gentlemen right here, one with a very good shot and one with not so good a shot. Let's go with the Unforgiven first. How was that little 5-wood, 4 feet?
Well, it was actually a 7-wood, and it worked out just fine. I like that 7-wood.
It was a pretty good 7-wood.
Yeah.
Now,
John, he's just a little bit to the left, but he's going to make a good shot coming up.
John, tell me about your shot. We saw your swing here on CBS. What happened?
I think it was the tamale that got me.
How about the beard? What's the beard? What's this?
Well, the beard, I'm working on it. I'm trying to get in Mr. Eastwood's next film, and I figured maybe a different look would help.
Think you can make it, Clint?
Yeah, he's looking pretty good. Yeah. Looking pretty good. I'm going to start writing songs, too.
We're all in trouble. You're not singing, are you?
Oh, yeah,
He is,
in
man.
the shower.
People out there have been requesting songs just about every tee, every green, and Clint says, I'll sing the song, John's going to shoot somebody.
Well, go down and sing yourself a birdie here, guys. Take it away. We'll see you later.
And the 18th, John Denver.
Doesn't make a bad pass, Pat. It
Kind of little quick at times, but not bad. Kept it off the rocks.
Well off the rocks.
Big dog. Barking.
The screams you hear. They had battled to the end. Denver and Murray. Denver had this putt then for the victory when there was a slight distraction. But for the win, and a Rocky Mountain High, John Denver winning the Celebrity Shootout.
No pressure whatsoever. And I've never had more fun in my life. And it's just a real privilege to be here. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
When you see me here, you better step aside. A lot of men live, a lot of men die. I look to the left, I shake to the right. I'll be searching for the ball until the dark of the night. So wait till the close, love you get. Another day older and deeper than that. Saying that you don't call me 'cause I can't go. I hold my soul to the country club pro. Keep it in the fairway, I'd be a happy man. I'm usually in the water, the rough or the sand. I pitch to the green, thinking out won't score. Everybody loves when my caddy yells, "Four!" What do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. Saying Andrew, don't you call me 'cause I can't go. I hold my soul to the country club pro. Oceanside, Southside, Tucson, rain. Golf is my life, but the shore is a pain. I leave my wife and my kids, 'cause I hear the call. I walk around cursing at a little white ball. Way too close, what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. Saying Andrew, don't you call me 'cause I can't go. I don't to the country club pro. Roger Floyd, many of you may know as Bro, now managing, I believe, the Two Rivers restaurant down in Salt, and I wrote that song. I probably don't, I would get a little satisfaction, I guess, out of telling you that tomorrow I'm flying out to Pebble Beach to play in the AT&T golf tournament there. I had a funny thing happen once. I was about 35 years old, and my dad and I were having an argument about something. He was giving me a real hard time. At one point, I interrupted him. I said, "Excuse me, sir." "Excuse me, sir." I said, "I'm 35 years old. I don't have to. I've got my own wife. I've got children. I've got my own home. I'm making a living. I'm doing very well, as a matter of fact. I'm a star. And I don't think I have to take that from you." And my dad was a big man. He had a way of kind of going, "Oh," he said, "well, I'll take most of that." He said, "But I'll tell you when you're a star. When you get invited to that Bing Crosby clam bake at Pebble Beach, you will be a star." I made it last year.
Also, I won the Celebrity Shootout. Clint Eastwood, Jack Lemmon, Joe Pesci, Craig T. Nelson, Glenn Campbell, Bill Murray, and myself. Came down to the 18th hole, one of the great finishing holes in golf. Every golfer knows it. Long, par 5, dog leg to the left, the ocean on the left, thousands of people on the right. You're walking down the fairway, this camera's going with you and Bill Murray. He missed his putt. I made mine. I'm going to defend my championship on Wednesday. We'll see how it goes.
And welcome back to Pebble Beach. You know, a big part of the festivities every year are the great golfers, but of course the celebrities are a major part. John Denver joins us now. John has 3 children of his own, but this is not one of yours.
This is Robert and Lorraine Berner's little one, Dean, who is all of 28 days old.
28 days old, making his television debut.
Television debut. I'm so very proud to have you with me, Dean.
Dean, anything to say? Huh? Not much. Okay. John, I wanted to ask you, you've been coming here for years now. In fact, you won the Celebrity Challenge a couple of years ago. Today, not as well?
I was the first one to finish today, yes.
First eliminated, you mean?
Well, there were no eliminations today. They had 8 players and 8 pros. It was a different format. We played on the Peter Hayes par 3 course. And so we all played 9 holes, and they took the top scores. Six groups tied. I played with Johnny Miller today, and we couldn't do anything.
Now, you're somewhat of a veteran here now. What does it mean to you, an amateur, not having had a chance to play or practice on the 3 courses we're going to use for the next 4 days?
Well, we'll be intimidated by the courses. It's a whole different thing out there, and it's such a tough competition anyway. I think in some respects it's going to be easier for some of the guys. For the pros, I think it'll be easier, but for us duffers, it'll be a little bit more nerve-wracking.
Will it be more nerve-wracking for you when they tee off tomorrow morning or performing at the clam bake tonight, which you're off to do now?
I think that the tee-off is much more intimidating. Performing I love, it's my life, but standing up in front of people trying to hit a golf ball is one of the hardest things I've ever done.
That's not your comfort zone.
I don't think so, no.
John, thank you, and thank you, Dean, for being here.
Thanks a lot.
All right, John, good luck to you this week. Thank you very much. Dean making his debut as well. John talked about the Celebrity Challenge.
Beach, huge and appreciative galleries for the Celebrity Shootout.
There we go.
Crowd favorite Jack Lemmon, the first to arrive. Academy Award winner Joe Pesci stepped into it, as did Glenn Campbell and Tommy Smothers. John Denver won the shootout last year. Tough guy Clint Eastwood with his new baby. And the always entertaining Bill Murray, who got more than one mulligan at the first.
Mr. John Denver. John, what are you and Phil going to do?
Jerry, I'll do whatever he wants me to do.
What we have, Phil?
I'll tell you, whatever you want to do a little, well, we've been doing bare necessities. You remember, did you know that?
I don't know the chords
Look
of that.
for the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. Forget about your worries and your strife. I need that's enough. It just goes
Obviously didn't like it, okay.
Yeah. Now, back to the golf, please.
And I'm ready to go. The shootout's coming up next. Not all that bright here for the next 24 hours.
And you were talking about getting organized. This group cannot get organized.
Andy Garcia, John Denver, Randy Quaid, William Devane, Ryan Gumbel, James Woods back there.
Okay.
Glenn Campbell. Michael Chicklett.
How you doing? Wonderful.
Oral Hershiser.
Where'd Steve go?
Huey Lewis.
WWF of golf. One survivor.
Looks like they're going to play an alternate shot, Kenny. I think we've got 12 participants, 6 two-man teams.
Maybe we ought to have a shotgun start. Just everybody just hit. Just tee up somewhere in the vicinity and go.
Who would you shoot first?
I don't know. Just let them all go. First in wins.
You know what's cool? He's a little guy, too. He's not.
Oh.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, next up, it's got to be, where's Murray? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Mr. Bill Murray.
Hometown favorite.
Bill Murray, everybody! Looks like you went to a country and western luau. Boy, has he increased the club head speed. One of you saw that first. Not one of you. I even forgot about that. Well, that'll happen.
Who's got a black jacket on?
It's hard, though. A little rosin on the slope there.
How about a little disinfectant for that slope?
Yeah, right.
Got the flask?
I have the flask.
Clean it.
Drywall job. It does. Wow, that's beautiful. I think we're done. We're out of here. Steve.
Michael Chiklis.
I tell you, Jim, the commish blew it like 40 yards by everybody.
Yeah, I could tell. He really muscled that one out there. So John Denver will play the second shot for the two-man team.
This is going left.
They won't roll very far.
It'll be all right. Now, how does this drive rank among your all-time great drives?
Well, I had to take a little off it because, my pulse was up and everything. It was huge. You kidding me? I'm out of my mind. Thanks.
All right, get ready for your third shot.
Yeah, gotta get ready.
What is that Cinderella story?
Okay, guys, we got John Denver now putting for birdie for their team.
You don't have to make birdie, just don't get eliminated.
All right, let Michael Chiklis go up and finish for a 5. Oh, the commish is going to...
He's going to mark it.
Yeah, so he won't stand in anyone's line.
Bill Devane's going to go next. Roger is going to point about to where he's got to hit it for this line. He can't touch the line. That's against the rules. So is smoking a cigar. But Roger's doing both.
Roger looks confused.
How do you think Bill feels?
Roger's the only person on the golf course with, was it 4 or 5 Super Bowl rings?
That's right. Had a little knowing wink. I think they've got the line on this one.
The Tide got that one, I think.
That was for 5.
Jim Woods is going next, I believe. One of the greatest 5s I've ever seen by Bill Murray, who calmly stroked in a 53-foot putt up the hill. We've got 6 two-man teams.
James Woods.
Man, what a show these guys are putting on.
James Woods and Randy Quaid make par, joining Bill Murray and Glenn Campbell with pars.
Now Kevin Costner putting for par for his team. All right, it'll be a bogey for the Costner-Garcia team.
Andy's going to finish here. That's a 6. 6 might be in a chip-off. Gary, you start scouting positions out there for the old chip-off.
I am. Boy, I've got some good ones, too.
Huey Lewis. That was for par.
That's good, Huey. That's a bogey for that team. That's good. That's good.
Oh,
yes.
We're giving putts.
No, not that one. No, Brian.
So
You got a day job.
6 for Lewis and Eastwood.
This is first 6 to get into a chip off.
There's confusion here on the green.
I think we've just avoided a chip off. That'll be a 7. That might be 6. That's actually 6, isn't it, Gary?
Brian.
Michael Chiklis. This is for a par.
It was in the puke there.
Good job.
They're in.
Everybody made 7, right?
He made it. Michael Chiklis.
Michael made it.
They're 5.
That's a 5.
So you guys made 7. Is that right, Brian?
I think so.
Okay.
It was in the puke.
Well, Bryant.
It was a 3-putt 7, so Bryant and William
Okay,
Devane
one over
eliminated.
here. Let's talk because you guys get $2,000 a man.
By the way, William Devane sending his $2,000 charity check to the Coachella Valley Boys and Girls Club down in the desert. Now John Denver.
Denver's got a metal driver and a wood putter.
That looked good.
This is center cut, guys.
That ball actually got a little roll on it.
Let me back up just a little bit. You never know where John's going to go. He's coming right here, girls. You ready, John? Fire!
John Denver's second shot with a pitching wedge. Peter Costas, you're there.
Right there. This is right at it.
Oh, look at this shot. My goodness.
From out of the trees in the right-hand rough to about 15 feet.
Michael Chiklis with about a 340-yard drive, courtesy of 2 bounces off the cart path.
Well, don't think these spectators don't love it. Kevin Costner has now climbed up into the blue.
We're eliminating one team out of the 3.
Their money went to the Special Olympics.
As we looked just a minute ago, looking down 16 with the Gary, you saw those large tracks from carts. That cart, that's what a cart will do out here. This ground is really soft, Jim.
You know, Kenny, this is the 25th year anniversary of a very special occasion in golf.
Alan Shepard.
Golf shot on the moon.
Can you hear me?
Bleachers.
And Kevin Costner hitting the green at 17 with Bill Murray up next for his squad. But first, John Denver after Michael Chiklis' tee shot.
I tell you what, I wouldn't try to make worse than 4 because I don't think both those long putts, I don't think both of them can 2-putt.
Ladies, John, gotta go back. Hey!
Looks like he swung a soup ladle on that one.
Well, the shot of the day was turned in by Mr. Bill Murray. Carl, the greenkeeper, could only dream about something like this.
Dead center.
Assistant greenkeeper, I should say, but no problem.
You just don't make it from down there on the 14th green.
Right.
Love that look. No problem.
The ice cream.
It's Cherry Garcia. It's excellent.
All right, we need this 4 for you, Michael.
John, it's just inside the left edge. That's all it is.
That's exactly where he's going to put it, Bobby. Oh, here we go. Yeah, it's a group sing-along out here now, guys.
Johnny?
Maybe.
Now that makes those other two putts a little different now, Bobby.
Oh,
That
what a big
changes
putt.
complex now.
That changes the whole scene, Kenny.
In and 4.
I love his music. Wooden putters.
It's one thing I never did. Never kissed my caddy.
Okay, John Denver next.
Now, how about this putt for John Denver? Look at that. Pork chops. Pretty good for 14.
Now they've got
Right there, John. On the right side, too, guys, going exactly the same position. Those balls are virtually identical.
It's Andy Garcia on the right side of the fairway. Now Bill Murray. Murray can hit it now. So if he...
That's it. Now we have...
Is that it? So it'll be Bill Murray and Glenn Campbell, Kevin Costner and Andy Garcia playing the rest of the way. You go down to Peter Costas.
Thanks, Jim. We're down here with Michael Chiklis and John Denver. And Michael, you know, in a day of first for the PGA Tour, a chip-off was decided by long drive. And unfortunately, you and John, you get $4,000 a man for the charity of your choice.
That's great. That's great. I'm gonna donate mine to the American Cancer Foundation.
That's really great. And we also, over here to our right, we have a humidor and cigars of your choice, man.
Yes. This is beautiful. Thank you very much. That's great. And
he gets one.
He's only giving you one.
Oh, okay, great. Well, no, I know that. I know that.
He's going to take them all. We've got John Denver here. John, a beautiful 15-footer down the hill for a bogey, but it's the way things go.
Well, that's the way they go, and my partner carried me all around here anyway, so I was thrilled to be part of it, and glad. Sorry we can't finish it out on 18 here.
Well, that's okay. We got $4,000 for you. Where's that going?
For the WinStar Foundation and Planet 2000.
Great. Okay, guys, back up to you.
Great. Thank you, Gary. $50,000 in all going to charity today. Yeah.
I would suggest keeping most of these people off the green and stuff with different kinds of shoes they have on.
6 inches outside the hole. Just like on 14.
Chip shot, Andy?
Bill Murray.
About a foot short, but I like there's a lot of wind in your face here.
How about this
for a 5.
And the support of the crowd. He's going to tank it this way. It's going to fall right.
It's slow.
Could be it.
Do you know who this is, folks? This is Bill Murray. A legend in his own time. Let's hear it for Bill Murray.
What is this?
We can make this clap.
You've been eliminated.
Mr. Caddyshack.
Did he? He was doing that with him, Jimmy. They said it in the shootout.
Right.
Get up, slow.
They had the line.
Still got a putt left. All right.
So we'll put a coin on it. Campbell will have a putt for 6. May not even have to putt it if Costner can drain this one. First place team will share $20,000.
We had some high paid help this week for this is we come out of nowhere with this one.
That is in fact Clint Eastwood piloting that chopper with a little assist from John Denver and the former mayor of Carmel by the Sea and the chairman in fact of the Monterey Peninsula Golf Foundation was out there helping dry off the conditions at the 16th fairway and a couple of other holes at Pebble and Poppy Hills. So you'll see Clint Eastwood today as well as Jack Lemmon, Bill Murray, Kevin Costner and
Okay, John Denver getting ready to putt up and over the ridge at 14.
John's got a very busy looking outfit on today with that wooden putter on.
He got it at La Hinch.
La Hinch?
Yeah, yeah. It's a wooden, handmade putter. John says he's putted bad with it all over the world. That sweater's got to be a slight distraction, though.
Well, the sweater with the shirt. If you get a shot of the shirt too, and then the hair thrown on. And he's got this big medallion that looks like he's got a plate around his neck right there. See that? John's got that Rocky Mountain High look.
And we'll go back to 15.
John Denver hitting his 4th shot here out of the bunker. Going to change clubs. Has his girlfriend Joanne caddying for him this week. Team is 3 under, struggling a bit.
They don't ask us to come out here too often.
Said he was taking the year off, just going to play a little golf, not do too many gigs, and looks like he's been working on his bunker game. That's a pretty nice little wedge shot.
John Denver walking down the 16th fairway.
Back to 16.
John Denver, that was his attempt for par after a really good chip shot from the front part of the green.
And that was John Denver's putt for par. And John, you can pick it up. All right. You can see the pin positions on center part of your screen there, left side of the green. As you look at it, the golfer's right.
Let's go to 18.
John Denver.
This is for a 5.
Stroke hole. Pretty good try.
I'll tell you one thing. Kenny Perry was really eyeing that putt to see that break, and he knows now that that putt does not go left.
So bogey for a net 5. John has helped out his.
They've come from all corners of the sports and entertainment spectrum. Baseball, football, basketball, hockey, TV news and talk. They've come to lend their names and their talent for one important goal. Men of this caliber and class gather for a cause in a class of its own. He was the National League Rookie of the Year in '68 and the National League MVP in '70 and '72, 14 times selected an All-Star and elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame on the first ballot, Johnny Bench. He played in 14 World Series and managed both the Yankees and the Mets to pennants. The American League MVP in '51, '54, and '55, also a member of Cooperstown, Yogi Berra. He's been the anchor of the NBC Nightly News for 15 years, Tom Brokaw. 15 gold albums and 9 platinum. He ranks in the top 5 in sales, John Denver. This man changed the face of daytime television starting in '74 with his nationally televised talk show, Bill Donahue. The mainstay of the Yankee pitching staff for 16 years. 8 times an All-Star. He ranks #1 in World Series play in victories, games, innings pitched, and strikeouts. Whitey Ford. For 15 years, he dominated morning television, making us feel comfortable and informed. Our host, Bryant Gumbel. 16 years with the Celtics, averaging 20 points per game, 13 times an All-Star, John Havlicek. Big shoes to fill, and he's done it well. The co-host of the Today Show, Matt Lauer. 21 years with the Chicago Blackhawks, over 500 goals, 2 times the league's MVP, and a member of hockey's Hall of Fame, Stan Mikita. A 13-year NHL veteran, and the Bruins' all-time leading playoff scorer, Cam Neely. For 23 years, he was the Steelers' head coach, Chuck Noll. Twice an All-American, a gold medal at the Olympics in '56, and he led the Celtics to 11 world titles, Bill Russell. 19 years in the NFL, the only kicker in pro football's Hall of Fame, the legendary Jan Stenerud. Another Steeler veteran with 4 Super Bowl rings, Lynn Swann. 22 years in the NFL. He reached the Super Bowl as a player and a head coach, Sam Wyche. We're at the Bonnet Creek Golf Club, home to 2 championship courses, Eagle Pines and Osprey Ridge. Just 2 of the 5 world-class layouts here at Walt Disney World in Orlando. Welcome to the Bryant Gumbel Walt Disney World Celebrity Am. Phil Donahue's all warmed up, and he's headed to the first tee. That patented Bill Russell smile. Yankee teammates this day as well. Maybe some strategy, maybe a Calcutta, Lauer and Denver. This weekend, some tremendous camaraderie. For some, the golf's a little more serious. Johnny Bench, a scratch golfer. Yogi and Stan Mikita swapping stories. And the Yankee Clipper, Joe DiMaggio. We're just about set for the action to begin. Friends, Denver and Bench together. That's a tough team. A kicker and a wide receiver. Yankee greats and good friends.
Is that right? You know that? Nope. Did you? Aspen College.
Before the first ball is struck, we had a drawing where each team selected a school from the 40 UNCF member institutions. So in this shootout, they'll be playing for a 1997 Oldsmobile to be given to the winner. Now, Johnny Bench is a scratch golfer. Uh-oh, that's left.
That's past that one.
It's long, but it's left. In the rough.
Lynn Swann and Jan Sten.
And John Denver. In the rough. Could catch a flyer here. You'll have to be careful. Starts it way right.
Yes, come on, honey. Do your little hook here.
Tries to bring it back in. Came in hot.
Sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down. We're all right.
Are we?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
A little thin, but in the right direction.
Welcome back to the Bryant Gumbel Walt Disney World Celebrity Am. Just a second ago, our host, Bryant Gumbel, looking at a very testy speed putt downhill like putting on the top of a glass table. He missed that par putt. Now John Denver looking at a par putt of his own. Interesting putter, interesting socks. Good takeaway, curling right to left, and well struck.
Rocky Mountain High, Colorado.
Johnny, don't quit your day job. John Denver, good putt, good reaction. They will roll on to the next hole.
Now you're doing a little coaching here. You tell
5 teams advance. 15 gold and 9 platinum. No night with John Denver would be complete without his signature song.
I belong to West Virginia. Mama, take me home. Country road, take me home. Down country road, take me home. Down country road.
I just don't want his 7-iron gets caught up in that wind above the trees.
I understand.
I'm just going to a little 6-iron. It's got 147 with 6 back, a middle 153. Just it should be just enough breeze.
All right. Put it close.
Green's soft enough.
Put it close. He can do it, you know.
Oh, finally. Finally a challenge. I like this.
Now, that would have been a challenge Johnny Bench didn't plan on. Easy 6 for Bench.
Oh, don't get over there.
Pushed it off to the right
Don't
side.
get over there. Oh, right club. Russell. It was Russell that did it. He blocked me out. He's blocking everybody.
When you see me tee up, you better step aside. A lot of men didn't, a lot of men died. I hook it to the left, I shank it to the right. I'll be searching for my ball until the dark of the night. You play 18 holes, what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Andrew, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the country club pro.
Is tied with Norm Cash for 23rd place on the all-time list of home runs. Johnny Bench pulled it.
Oh.
A lot of sincerity in that. What did you hear?
Just sit back. That's perfect play.
Upset.
Is mine good?
It ain't bad. But I've heard he's like that.
A bogey for Johnny Bench and John Denver.
We got 3 5s and we need a playoff. Okay.
John Denver plays at the Bob Hope every year, has his own celebrity pro-am event in Tucson in January, needs to get inside of Havlicek, and oh, chunk that. I think it's the highway, John.
John Denver's here to brag a little.
Yes, Patty, I shot a 79 today.
All right.
It's only the 6th
Yay.
or 7th time in my life that I've broken 80. To do it in competition, to do it at Indian Ridge, on the fastest greens that I've ever been on in my life, to do it when I needed to par the last 7 holes to break 80, and I did.
All right.
I'm a golfer. What can I tell you? I could be changing professions as we speak.
Bless your heart. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
All right.
And our team is 13 under. So we had just a wonderful day. It didn't quite feel like Palm Springs. It was raining, cold.
Oh, yeah.
Did you get cold?
Oh, yeah, it's cold here.
But my golfing was fantastic.
I'm so happy.
Oh, thanks
Have
very
a great
much.
week.
Thank you.
Good shot. Ooh,
Go in the
watch
hole.
this. Oh! Yeah, Rocky Mountain High.
Good afternoon. My name is Bill Twist, and my wife, Lynn, and I live in San Francisco. We first met John something over 20 years ago, and then got to know him well through the formation of the Hunger Project. John was a co-founder of the Hunger Project, and Lynn and I were, especially Lynn, were involved in the creation of the project from its beginning. Lynn was here yesterday and spoke at the ceremony in Denver, and she's not able to be here today and wanted me to send my regards and her love. There's a celebration of the 20th anniversary of the Hunger Project going on in New York today, and there are thousands of people there who John touched and inspired that are going to be holding a celebration in his honor starting in maybe another hour. Joan Holmes, who's the executive director of the Hunger Project, wanted me to be sure to pass on to all the people here. Joan was a close friend of John's. That John was loved and respected in the Hunger Project, that he was a great inspiration to the thousands and thousands of participants around the world who were devoted to the Hunger Project, and that he will continue to live through the Hunger Project's work. I worked with John on a number of projects, and like many of the people here, over the years had grown to know him as a friend and had opportunities to play with him as well as work with him. And through whatever combination of circumstances, I was playing with John last Sunday in Monterey. We were playing golf, and I was with him from early in the morning on Sunday till the end of the day when he left to go to the airport to go flying. And I just wanted to share with people what that day was like and what it was about, because it was, assuming I can get through all this, I'll give you the bottom line first. It was a phenomenal day. The weather was like this. John was in phenomenal spirits. He beat me at golf. And he was his ever-present, ebullient, giving, generous self. I had called John about a month ago, told him I was going to be down there, invited him to play, and John gave me his typical reaction whenever I talked to him about playing golf. He said, "Bill, I would love the opportunity to take your money. I will be there for sure." And we played at Spyglass Hill, which was one of John's favorite courses in Monterey. It was a course that he'd played on the AT&T. It's probably the toughest course down in Monterey. We played as a fivesome. The three other guys that were there were people that had met John before, but John didn't really know well. But they were all people with tremendous humor and sensitivity and heart. So it was really fitting that they were. Yeah, it was fitting that they were there. The course was like, I think John described it as monstrously difficult shape. It was set up like they'd had it set up for the AT&T or something. There was really high rough and fast greens, and it was good. As I think back on it, it was great that it was that way because all of us played horribly, and it kind of we sort of bonded together as these warriors putting up with the travails of trying to survive the day. So there was a great humor in the day because none of us knew we were going to shoot our career rounds, and we were sort of in this test together. John started out the day, he walked up to the first tee and he said, "You know, when I play in the AT&T and I play with these pros, they're always so generous with me. And they hit it right down the middle and I hit it out there and I never get it right down the middle, and they'll always say something like, well, that won't hurt you too much." Or they'll say, well, you can probably come in from there. And John said, "Today, I'm going to put it right down the middle. This is such a great day. I'm going to fire it right down the middle, and you guys are going to be saying, God, what a great shot." So John steps up to the tee, sends a big hook out there into the rough, and all four of us spontaneously said, "Oh, that won't hurt you much." And John just absolutely cracked up. And the kind of the rest of the day went like that because we spent a lot of time looking for balls. We were all over the course. There were many times when I would end up hitting a ball that careen off a tree and then shoot across the fairway into a sand trap, and John would say, "Oh, you can come in from there." So there was a tremendous amount of, one of the guys, a man named Michael Flynn, is an Irishman and I think knows every joke that had ever been told. And John had a huge repertoire of jokes that he was telling that day too, and so there was this constant banter back and forth between the two trying to come up with the best joke. And I mean, I can't remember a joke 10 seconds after it's told, so fortunately none of them would probably be appropriate for me to tell you, but I can't remember any of them anyway. But there was this great sense of competition and humor. John, as other people have said, John was a fierce competitor, and I noticed how he's, I kind of held it because he's a vocalist anyway. He competes with his mouth out on the golf course a lot. He uses speaking to get you. There's always jabs and there's always a little something to throw you off. But as one thing that I noticed as the day went on that was that was completely interwoven in this day of camaraderie and good cheer and fun was John's phenomenal, generous spirit. He spent more time looking for golf balls for people than anyone out there. He would never call off the search before the guy who was looking for the ball finally said, "This is hopeless." John was all over the course hunting for golf balls for us, me a lot. There were a couple times where there were a couple of course superintendents from Spyglass that came out and drove by and saw John, and John saw them, and he stopped everything, went over to them, talked with them, they laughed, they shared things. These were people I think maybe John knew from the AT&T or wherever, but John took every opportunity to reach out and touch them while he was there that day. The people that we were playing with, John was interested in them, drew them out, learned their stories, learned about what they were doing. One of the guys was a writer, and he and John ended up writing golf songs as we were going around the rest of the day. John's touch and generosity was just completely present the whole time in the midst of this fierce competition. And the competition got, at the beginning when we went out and we were playing, I'd miss a putt by a couple of feet and John would say, "That's good," and give it to me. And there was a lot of "that's goods," giving away these putts. On about the 11th hole, John was ahead of me, but I was closing and I missed this putt by about 2 feet. And suddenly, John said, "That's not bad, but it's not good." And I had to putt it out. When we got around to the 17th hole, I remember on the 17th hole, I had another 2-foot putt that was that's not bad, but it wasn't good. And as I'm lining up to putt the thing, John, with great encouragement, says, "Get it close, Bill," which was all I did, was got it close. John had, there were many times where as I said, the weather was phenomenal. It was like just the perfect day. And John, there were several far outs, and there were several, "This is fantastic." And several of them came just as I was lining up putts, too. At the end of the day, we went in. John did win. He did beat me, and it was about $2, I think, was all of. He was very happy with that. At the end of the day, we went into the clubhouse and sat. We got in maybe 3:30 or so, and we sat, and there was a 49er football game on, and John had spent a lot of time talking about some of the things he was doing. There was a PBS special that he was working on where he was really excited about becoming a voice for the environment, and he was really excited about this new plane he'd just gotten and how it was going to allow him to get down to Southern California and see Jesse and how fast it went and how far it went, and he was just on the top of his game on everything. And we sat in there, and he was having lemonade, and we were having a beer watching the football game, and he was saying he wanted to go fly on this plane, and it was such a great day, and he wanted to go practice, and he wanted to practice landings, and he'd only had 1 day in it, and he wanted to practice landings. He said takeoffs and landings. And I had said, "John, look, the rest of us, we were going to go hit more golf balls because we had been so demolished by the day. We figured we needed to go do something." I said, "John, you better come with us and hit golf balls because we're going to take your money tomorrow for sure." He said we needed the practice, and he did not. He wanted to play. He wanted to fly on his plane. And he, just before he got up and left, the maitre d', or the head guy there, came over to John and asked for an autograph. And John said, "Absolutely," and asked. The guy said, "This is for my nephew, who has always been an admirer." And John said, "What's his name and how old is he and what's he like and what's he do?" John wrote a fairly long autograph to him, and the guy left just beaming. And one of the guys that I was with said to John, "God, doesn't it ever bother you, people coming up and asking you for your autograph?" And John said, "It's such a great day. It's a privilege to give an autograph." And then he got up and he
And he walked out, and excuse me. And I watched him walk out, and there was another group of men sitting towards the door, and John had to walk by the door. There were about 6 or 8 guys, and they were eating or watching the football game or something. And I watched John walk to the door, and I noticed as he walked by, he watched them, and they hadn't seen him get up and walk out. And I don't even know if they knew he was there. But as he walked to the door, I watched him and he watched them, and I knew what he wanted to do. He did not want to leave an opportunity to touch somebody. And as he walked out, 1 or 2 of the men did look up and looked at him. And John looked over and smiled at him and said, "Good afternoon, gentlemen." And he walked out, went to get on the plane and go flying. People asked me if there was anything unusual that happened that day. And I think to myself, well, other than, being in the presence of a guy who's so aware and conscious that every action he has with another human being is an opportunity to make a difference for him, if that wasn't unusual, then there was only one thing that was unusual. And there was an unusual thing that happened, which I want to share about. When John left, we were going to go out to dinner that night. And I had said that I'd figure out where we're going to go and I'd leave word and then he'd come meet us. And I'd called over to his house around 7 o'clock and left word there was an answering machine. I just left word that we were going to Monterey and we were going to be eating at this restaurant in Monterey that was on a certain street near the Marriott Hotel, and there was a jazz club nearby, and we were going to go there afterwards, and that he should join us. And obviously he didn't join us for dinner. And I knew he had a lot of work to do, and we were playing scheduled to play real early on Monday, so it didn't seem like it was odd at all that he didn't come. And we left after dinner. We walked over to this jazz club. It was Sunday night, and there was really nobody there, nothing going on. So we turned around to walk back to the car. And as we were walking along, one of the guys, the 4 of us were all still together, and one of the guys looked over and said, "Twist, look." And I looked down on the street, and there was a golf ball, just bright white golf ball in the street in downtown Monterey. And it seemed really strange that this ball is sitting there. And the guy reaches over and picks it up and made some comment like, "This is one of your wild shots today that you're not going to be able to get in from here," and threw me the ball. And that day when we had been playing, John, I said John was out looking, helping find golf balls. You kind of get to know what golf ball people are playing during the day when you're doing this. And John knew that I was playing a Titleist 3 Professional 100, and there were many times you go out looking for a ball and you look in the trees and you call out Titleist 3 Professional 100. And so there were a number of times that happened, that John had found my ball, or that anybody found my ball. So the guy picks the ball up and flips it over to me, and I catch it and I look at it, and it's a Titleist 3 Professional 100. And at the time, it didn't, I just said, God, that's so strange. This ball is sitting here in the middle of the street. How did it get here? We're 5 miles from any golf course, where there's no golf shops. It was like a bright egg sitting there. Somebody would have picked it up. It was a brand new, unscathed ball. And it just seemed strange. I put it in my pocket and I left and went home. And then later that night, I went to bed, and later that night, one of the guys was watching television, and he heard the news and woke me up, and I came down, and there was a lot of confusion as to whether John was in Monterey or not. And obviously we knew he was, and I knew immediately that it was John that was in the plane, and the thought of the golf ball occurred to me. And to me, I don't know how it works, but I know I saw the movie Oh God, and I know that golf ball, this golf ball, was a gift, and it's one I'll never lose. So thank you all. Thank you, John.